The only thing that she did wrong at the day and time was drive a vehicle.
With cocaine, alcohol in her system, beer in the car at a .20.
Get ready for an intense courtroom showdown. Today's case hits home, a fatal crash caused by a defendant driving under the influence of alcohol, cocaine, and marijuana. As she stands before the judge, her fate is on the line. The twist? Legal challenges around causation have kept this from escalating to intoxication manslaughter. Will the defendant escape with a light sentence, or will justice hit harder than expected? Stick around as we break down shocking revelations, emotional confrontations, and unexpected legal maneuvers, and make sure to like and subscribe. This case is far from over.
In front of him, causing him to swerve to the right and hit an Amazon truck. He states that this defendant was the driver and sole occupant of the Chrysler, and the driver of the Amazon truck confirms the wheel witness's story and stated that he clipped the Chrysler as he was coming to a stop. The complainant was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced deceased. Officers observed an unopened beer can in the driver's seat of the Chrysler. This defendant stated that she was the driver and that she struck the vehicle. They observed a strong odor of alcohol in her breath, red glassy eyes, and slurred speech. She was transported to the hospital, and a DRE arrived, and she was Mirandized and she waived her rights. She stated that an SUV was stopped in a lane and she tried to swerve to avoid hitting it and then crashed into the other vehicle. She admitted to consuming 4 to 5 12-ounce twisted teas and smoking marijuana.
And alcohol in the car while she's driving.
Yes, sir. SFSTs were done. She scored 6 out of 6 on the HGN. She did not have vertical gaze nystagmus, and officers observed a lack of convergence. They were not able to do the walk and turn and one leg stand due to her injuries of a broken arm and sternum. There was a blood warrant and residual search warrant that were done, and her blood, Your Honor, came back at a .025 for ethanol, and she had, yes, 0.25, yes, sir. And then she had marijuana and cocaine in her system.
And what's the offer that you have back?
We worked out an 18-month probation offer with 7 days as a condition, Your Honor.
That's not the fact that there's a dead body in this case. Why is it not an intoxication?
It's a causation issue, Judge. We looked at it for an upgrade, is my understanding.
The judge is laying down the law, unfiltered, confronting the defendant over her reckless actions. A life was lost because of a deadly mix of drugs and alcohol in her system. But here's the shocking part: proving causation, that her impairment directly led to the fatal crash, is complicated. Without that link, the manslaughter charge can't stick. It's mind-blowing how a technicality like causation could result in such a light charge for actions that cost a life. What do you think? Is this a valid defense, or should the law be stricter when lives are on the line? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
And to me, just because you're 9 months pregnant doesn't factor anywhere in my mind, Ms. Sanchez. Ma'am, look at me. While you're about to give life, you took someone else's life. I'm sorry. How many lives are now ruined because of this? Not only yours, how about everybody else? Every single day in Harris County, someone is maimed because of the DWI. It's sick that we lead the nation in fatalities. And I don't know why they can't prove causation to charge you with intoxication manslaughter. But to me, a week is insufficient. It's not enough.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So
We'll go back to the drawing board and get a reset, Judge.
but
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to set this case for trial now. So unless we can work something out today, I'm saying it gets set today.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, I understand that a fatality did occur, but the reason why they weren't able to charge my client with intox manslaughter is because this accident was unavoidable. If you were
Unavoidable?
Yes, sir. At the time of this accident, it was unavoidable. What ended up happening is that the deceased party spun out in front of her, and she was just going straight. The only thing that she did wrong at the day and time was drive a vehicle.
With cocaine, alcohol in her system, beer in the car at a .20. Let me ask you something. Have you ever done breath test? Have you ever blown into a breath test machine? Have you ever done those wet labs? You ever done that?
Okay.
I'm serious, really.
Okay,
Have you ever done it?
I'll go one further, Your Honor. Before being a defense attorney, I was a lieutenant with HPD.
Okay.
So I'm above and beyond. I spent 3 years doing accident division. So not only did I do
The emotional weight is unbearable. The defendant's actions have led to the loss of a life, and now she faces the aftermath, not only her own consequences, but the potential harm to her unborn child. The judge's words about the future burden on her child, possibly facing developmental and psychological struggles, are a hard truth. This isn't just about jail time, it's about owning up to the full impact of her actions. Should she receive leniency because of her pregnancy, or does justice demand equal punishment? Let us know your thoughts. Can the system ever be too lenient?
You drink and then you blow into the machine. And the one time we did it, we downed a bunch of booze and I blew into the machine and I was lit, right? And I blew a 14 and I was lit, man. And now all I did was I blew a 14, right? 0.14. She's at a 0.2.
0.025, Judge. 0.025.
0.02.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought you said 0.2.
No, sir, no, it's 0.025 with the cocaine and THC.
No, so she's not 3 times or 4 times over the legal limit, Your Honor.
We were discussing about Ms. Sanchez. We were discussing when for you to do your jail time. Should we have you do it immediately to where you have the baby in jail? Is that cruel and unusual punishment? But then again, is a dead body cruel and unusual punishment? You know, what's fair? What's not fair? I don't know. All I know is that you're charged with DWI. There's a dead body, but they just can't prove causation. And that's why you're not charged with manslaughter. But the fact remains is that we have a dead body. How do we reconcile that? You know, you're pregnant now, and I truly hope that you've treated your body well throughout that pregnancy. Because if you haven't, and you've used anything while you're on probation, you're guaranteeing yourself a life of babysitting of a potential baby that will have developmental, potential psychological, physiological issues that you'll have to.
The defendant's probation comes with serious conditions, mandatory treatment programs, random drug tests, and an interlock device for her car. While this might feel like a win for the defense, the emotional toll on the victim's family can't be ignored. The lack of a manslaughter charge is frustrating, but it's also a stark reminder of the larger issue. DWI fatalities are an ongoing problem in Harris County. This case doesn't just represent one person's actions, it reflects a broader, deeply concerning issue with public safety and accountability.
What all were you wanting done on the probation? Correct.
Yes, sir. We are asking for DWI education class, a victim impact panel, guardian interlock, no refusal, no drugs or alcohol, random UAs, 80 hours of community service, and a $300 donation to MAP.
Is this how you understand the conditions, Ms. Sanchez? I will keep you to it strictly. I'm going to monitor you myself. You will report to me here to the court so that I make sure everything gets done well. If you are not in compliance, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will be put into jail, and then you'll be facing up to 180 days in jail. If you test positive for alcohol or any kind of drugs, I will put you in a treatment facility in the jail. Do you understand, ma'am? No alcohol, no dope, no driving. You must have what does she have now? Does she have a scram right now? Has she had, do we know if she's had any violations while she's been on? I don't think so,
I
right?
don't
She hasn't
see
any
any,
problem.
Judge, no.
Okay.
She has a screening device at this time, Your Honor.
We're gonna have to figure out something about, as far as the baby situation with the interlock or with the portable device. I will follow the state's agreement here. But like I said, I'm keeping you close to me. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand? You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, if possible immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. Hey, if you can do the repeat offender to get the education class. Did you say victim impact panel?
That's right.
How many?
One.
One victim impact panel. You will be required to do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill those conditions. Guardian interlock, no drugs, alcohol, random UA. When are you set to deliver, ma'am? What day?
August 28th.
When do you think we should do the time?
That wraps up this shocking courtroom breakdown. While the defendant avoids a heavier sentence due to a legal loophole, the emotional and societal consequences remain. With close monitoring of her probation, any slip-up could send her back to jail. If you are as stunned by this case as we were, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more courtroom drama and shocking legal breakdowns. Stay tuned for more cases that challenge the very foundation of the justice system.